Hey there, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm King 5 meteorologist Adam Claymon. So it took a while, but we finally started to see the clear skies and that sun ended off the day for us. And those clear skies stick with us initially here into the night, but we are expecting another round of maybe some of that fog and some of those clouds to start off Friday. Won't be quite as thick or dense, so should burn off earlier. We'll get more sunshine and a slightly warmer day because today was kind of cool. We're going to get into those numbers, plus we're going to talk about how Saturday really warms up with all the sunshine around. And then we get those rain chances into Sunday. More on that here coming up in a second, but let's talk about what's ahead for us. We do have the fog and some of the afternoon sun ahead for Friday. Highs will be back into the 60s and 70s. Pretty warm day heading into Saturday. A lot of mid to upper 70s. Could even be talking about some numbers approaching the 80-degree mark around South Sound. While as we head on into the day on Sunday, we end off the weekend on a wet note, and we'll probably see some more showers as we head on into the start of next work week. Now back to today. Highs made their way into the 60s. Now some of these numbers could change with the official numbers from the National Weather Service, but a lot more 60s in comparison to yesterday, even seeing some numbers out towards the west around Quileute in the low 60s. And even as we speak here early into our Thursday evening, we're still seeing some areas of fog out there. We're going to show you where here in just a second. First, I wanted to show you the 7-day forecast. Low to mid 70s for the next couple of days. Again, going to take a little while to burn off some of those clouds and fog tomorrow morning, but then we'll see the sunshine take over, get back into the 70s on Friday. Really see things turn much clearer, much earlier heading into the day on Saturday to lead to the warm up there. And then Sunday, here comes the rain. We'll see that throughout the day. Nothing too heavy. We'll probably see that kind of off and on in nature, and then we'll see those showers move out of here early into Monday. And then we'll keep an eye out for some of those showers generally up across our northern locations, north of Everett as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. Here's our SchoolNet site. You can see the clouds moving across the sky. Things really clearing out here over the last few hours. Here looking at shoreline, while Tacoma, well, we've seen a lot of the clouds, and those are still holding on here into the first part of our Thursday evening. Looking out at Queen Anne, clouds disappearing now, but I would say more partly sunny than anything. Temperatures in the mid 60s with that south wind coming in at 9 miles per hour. As we head into the night, we're dropping back down into the 50s, and check out that 2 a.m. icon showing clouds and fog returning at that point, and that's going to hang around until the start of the day for tomorrow. Here's a look at the visibilities right now where you have some of those lower numbers or numbers that are not at 10 miles. That's where we're dealing with some reduced visibility, but nothing too major. But if we are to see anything that might be a little more dense, if you're up this way around northern parts of, it looks like Camino or Whidbey Island, right across those locations right there through the straight and through parts of the Admiralty Inlet. That's what we're going to deal with as far as maybe some lower visibility for right now. Overall, though, things have improved greatly here into the latter part of our Thursday. And as we look at what's happening with temperatures, well, they have dropped since yesterday. The cooler conditions held down or brought back because of some of the clouds and the fog that we had around for a good chunk of the day. That's why numbers are down by about 5 to 10 degrees and holds a lot of us in those lower to mid 60s. Some spots getting a bit clearer down around Puyallup. We're up to 70 degrees here into the evening. So here's radar, and you can definitely tell there's not as much, if really any, thunderstorm activity across the Cascades. You have to go farther east across the state, and more of it across southeastern parts of Oregon, northeastern parts of the state as well, and across more of Idaho and Montana. But there's our system that's going to be the one responsible for the rain. You can see that off into the distance right there in the Gulf of Alaska, and pretty defined frontal feature right there that will be heading our way once we head on into the second half of the day on Saturday, more so into Sunday. Looking at Futurecasts, you'll tell that we'll start to deal with more of those clouds again late tonight, and really seeing that firmly in place for tomorrow morning. That's 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to be there. And just like this morning, some areas could be fairly dense, so give yourself a little extra time for that. We'll continue on into the afternoon, start to see those clouds break apart just a bit earlier, leading to a slightly warmer day heading into Friday. And then once we head on into Friday night, some clouds still hanging around for us, but we'll head into the day Saturday and we'll see that those really start to disperse rather early. And then we'll get this afternoon sunshine. And then behind that, well, here comes our system, which helps to bring in the rain. That's 6 o'clock early into Sunday morning. And that's a band of rain coming in from the south. And maybe not an exact depiction of how things are going to shape up for us heading into the day on Sunday, but kind of the general theme and the trend that we're going to have this low pressure system move closer to the area. That will wrap around these bands of moisture and eventually more of a defined band that's going to come on through into some part of the day on Sunday. and give some rain chances here to move on through as we head on into the day there, and that'll keep us wet at certain parts of the day. Now, rainfall amounts, you're not going to really see anything pop up on here yet because this model only goes out until 3 a.m. and you can start to tell that down that way around Paradise, you have some of those green shaded areas beginning to pop up. That's the rain that will be heading our way. So looking at your forecast heading into the weekend, we'll see temperatures in more of the 70s for Saturday. And then Sunday, we're going to flip those numbers around and top off at 67 degrees with those showers and sun breaks expected at that point. Forecast tonight, though, remains quiet, just a bit more of that fog in place. Lows in the low to mid 50s, 52 in Orcas Island, 52 as well in Port Townsend. And then highs tomorrow, getting up around the upper 60s in a lot of spots, but around Puget Sound and the Kitsap Peninsula will call for more of the low 70s. 72 in Bremerton, 72 in Tacoma, and about 73 degrees in Olympia. Here's your 7-day forecast. A couple of days that'll stay quiet and dry. Just a bit more of that cloud deck in place early into the day on Friday. We'll see how things shape up for us as far as how much sunshine we're able to get into Saturday, but looks like we are going to see some of those clouds moving in towards the tail end of the day ahead of our system, which does bring in the rainfall on Sunday and Monday. We'll see a bit more of that too, with Wednesday and Thursday also featuring maybe a few showers around. Generally, again, probably be across our northern locations from about Snohomish County or even Skagit County and parts northward. Okay, everyone? Well, hopefully you had a tremendous Thursday, and I hope you have a good night and a fantastic Friday as we get ready to end off the work week. We'll talk to you soon.